Ladies and gentlemen, John Howell and Cisco Cotto, proud to welcome to AM 560, Joe the Plumber. Welcome, Joe.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
We're doing very well. How's business, Joe? Up a little bit?
The business is good for my boss, I guess. Him and I, unfortunately, ways under good circumstances. I'm working on some other issues right now I think are a little bit more important than just plumbing right this moment.
Yeah, we're going to get into some of that, too. I just think it's the quintessential American success story, a guy who just jumps into the spotlight with no intention of becoming a star, and now you have most definitely become a star. Any regrets and also any threats?
Any regrets and any what? I'm sorry?
Any threats? Because I thought to myself, as your spotlight became brighter, and as you became kind of a certain, personality as far as representing John McCain and Sarah Palin, I wondered if you were receiving any threats to your well-being or your future business, things like that.
Well, yes, I did receive threats. They were misguided, though. People, took what the media left had done to me and went with it, and they didn't bother to find out the facts. So, it was actually a little scary. I'm not used to that. Yeah, usually, just growing up regular and being a regular guy, you bump into somebody in the bar, or there's always that kind of thing. It's just been there throughout life for all of us. As far as that goes, but to actually have people call your house and wish you dead and say some silly things like that was a whole new thing.
Yeah, because when you went into this, in no way did you figure that this was going to happen to your privacy, that people were going to be camped out on your lawns. You just wanted to ask Obama a question.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There was no forethought that, hey, if I ask Obama a question, I'm going to become a star. I figured I'd ask him a question, and he'd answer it, and then I would go back to playing football, and that'll be the end of it. And I would, on Election Day, cast my vote. That would be it, and, I'd still be plumbing right now.
But separating yourself, and I want to elaborate on that point, because this is what I really liked about you, is you were genuine. Unlike that guy, remember the taser me, bro, don't taser me, bro guy? He was there with the anticipation of causing a scene so he could be thrust into the national spotlight. Joe did none of that. But, Joe, now let's start talking about some of your future plans here. You were out on the stump there for John McCain. First off, I want to ask you a question. Did you receive any payment for stumping for McCain or Palin, per diem even? Any cash?
No, not at all. And if it was offered, I would have been, I wouldn't have accepted it. One, I think that would be wrong. There's always talking about, political contributions, kind of shady deals on, both sides of the ball for the last, 20, 30 years. And I just wanted to stay as far away from that as possible. I didn't want to give any kind of bad name to any of that as far as for myself. So, no, none of it was offered, none of it, and like I said, if it was, I wouldn't have accepted it either way.
How awful was it, not only to have, the media come down on you as far as invading the privacy there at your house, but what was it like going through knowing that people are digging into your financial records and all of your private life, and just being pretty brutal towards you?
Well, again, like you already said, I never expected anything like this to happen, so, that happening just really surprised me. Being a private citizen, I kind of figured, that's kind of off limits. Once it started, I just like, wow, how can they do this? And actually even, I don't want to, be accepted. And then that the, media went with it, and then so many people went and bought it. That just floored me, really amazed me.
Joe, we got a couple listeners that want to ask you a couple questions. Is that cool with you?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, because people are excited to have you on the station. Our number, 312-642-5600. Brent in Crystal Lake, welcome to AM 560. You're on with Joe the Plumber.
Good morning, Joe. You are a true American, and as a true American, unfortunately, it appears that if you don't go the way of the establishment, then they do have the quote-unquote legal right to search your personal records, which obviously is wrong. Might be an indication of things to come in this government. But anyway, are you pursuing legal action about them gathering some of your records?
I am taking steps right now to make sure that doesn't happen in the future, and hopefully can send a clear message that if that were ever to happen in the future, it would receive serious consequences. So can't really talk about it, but yeah, I am proceeding with some things there.
I guess the Ohio governor now has suspended with pay the woman who kind of broached your security. So they're kind of, that's going to take a while to sort that out, but at least she's gone home.
Yeah, I saw that last night as well on Bill O'Reilly, and I've been in contact here and there with some other people, and yeah, that's going to be ongoing. And like I said, I want to make it to where regular Joe out there does not get afraid to ask elected official a question. So hopefully that we can make that happen.
Any black helicopters outside your home anytime recently?
If they're out there, I'm not looking for them. So, paranoia hasn't hit me just yet.
Let's go to another caller here. Michael in Riverside, you're up on AM 560 with Joe the Plumber.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Yourself today, Michael?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Well, first off, I want to just say how grateful I am for you for standing up and getting involved and, really making a point in this whole campaign. I'm afraid that if you had not got involved and without Sarah Palin's presence on the ticket, that the McCain campaign would have been totally lackluster. So I'm hopeful that both you and Sarah, your issue and Sarah's presence going forward is something that we can build upon.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I went ahead and left plumbing. I thought if I can use the notoriety for something good, maybe keep the American people excited about our political process and keep them involved. I have a website started for that purpose. It's going to be a watchdog group. And, one thing people really need to understand, it's not going to be just strictly a watchdog group for the Democrats. It's a watchdog group for the Republicans, Democrats, and, any elected official, so we were welcoming everybody, all Americans, to join it and get back involved in the political process and keeping these people accountable. So
is the logo going to be a big fist in the air with a wrench in it? That'd be a good logo for you. Have you Have you run a copyright on Joe the Plumber yet?
No, you can't do a copyright on Joe the Plumber. There are quite a few plumbing places out there called Joe the Plumber. So the only thing I can copyright would be my face, just like you could do your face. So other than that, that moniker, it can still be used by me, but I can't copyright it.
Speaking of your face, we have Joe the Plumber on AM 560 this morning. Speaking of your face, women went nutty for you, too. Have you received a lot of, shall we say, interesting emails?
I'm told that I have. I don't honestly don't get on those kind of sites or the emails that come in. I just kind of click off of them. I mean, I'm I don't know, how do I put this? When you become famous, then lots of people are expecting fortune to follow, and so no, I don't pay attention to that too much. That's more of my private life, and I wouldn't get into that, especially with someone sending me an email asking me to marry him. That's just a bit silly.
It's kind of like you won the lottery, only you don't have the riches.
Not yet.
You're still getting those phone calls and emails.
Wait till he has 5 or 6 hits on country radio. Then he'll start working out.